Hey y'all, welcome back to Doriansdiyaudio. So kind of got a lot of stuff going on right now. So this is going to be a little bit different of a video than I'm used to shooting for you guys, but stick around, enjoy. Got a lot of stuff you're going to see in here. I guess real quick before I start, I'm going to do a couple quick kind of open boxes. I actually shot a video for this here. This is the Lexivon butane torch. This setup here. Okay, so the reason that I'm not doing a whole full video on it is because it's not really completely up to par. It's not really bad, to be honest with you. I tried to see if I can solder some 12 gauge wire on there, and that looks good there. When you flip it over on the back, the solder didn't completely go through because it doesn't have the heat. Now it is actually a good solder joint. I can't untwist it, whatever, but I do like to have that completely encapsulated, whatever. As you can see, it's kind of like a mess down here, right? So let's quickly just take a look at my little, I guess my little workshop real quick. See what we got going on. So for starters here, I'm going to be building kind of an indoor amp rack. And this is a side profile of what I'm doing, how it's going to be getting done. You guys may have seen this back in the day. I was working on it. I kind of had let it go. I hadn't done nothing. I added the Tech Flex to this here. This is blue with the red underneath. That's why it looks kind of purple. And then the black. I put some quick disconnects on here, right? Here's that Tech Flex that I used. This stuff was pretty dope. If you're wondering what size works very well for 0 gauge wire, this is 5/8 diameter. All right, so this is the black stuff. And then here is the blue and black stuff. You can see it's kind of blue there. And then this is the 1/4 inch stuff, Tech Flex. And this works really good for 8 gauge. So there's the other end. Here's some scrap wire. You know, I'll tell you what, this thing did work good for cutting Tech Flex though. All right. So, yeah. So this here, right? This is what we're trying to getting going on, is putting some 3-ways in here and listening to things. I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of testing on this stuff here. And a lot of guys bust my balls and think that I don't have a lot of shit laying around, and I do. US Amps 3-way here. This is actually a badass 3-way that we'll do an opening box on one day, but you can't get your hands on those no more. Infinity Kappa Perfects with the 3.5s. We got a JP 16.2 right there. US amps that I picked up for like $60. I got to go through that, get that up and going. That's a 3-way in there. MVX sub over here. PRV sub over there. Resilient sounds back there. A bunch of deadening. Some more amps back there and stuff, you know. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to quickly show you guys. And we're going to go out to the workshop and get working on this thing here, so that I can get that going and we can get this all put together. So come on, y'all. Let's go for a ride. All right, y'all. So we're out here in the garage. I had to clean up this joint a little bit. It was a little out of control. But I want to show you guys something real cool that I had scored for a super good deal. A buddy of mine actually had got the big deal, but he had put this up for sale, and I wound up picking it up for $60. It needs a little work, but it is a W7, a 10-inch. I got it for $60, and I do have the actual box that it came with. It's sitting outside of the garage right now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to building this amp rack. here, set this up a little bit for you guys, see if you guys can see it a little better. But this is going to be the base, and then we'll take one of these on a 45, and that's just going to go there just so that that 45 continues, right? And then I don't know if I have enough room in here, but this is going to go like such, and it's too tall for me to show you. All right, there we go. So that works, and I think that that's going to be strong enough. And then we'll do the same thing on the top side. Before I do that, I need to make sure it works out well for me. All right, so let's check this out. Let you guys see it standing up there. So this is the idea. It's going to be like such. Obviously 2 of those, and hopefully, hopefully, I think I'm gonna have to extend this out so that it's not so rocky back here. But whatever. Proof of concept, and she works. So we'll continue forward. So there we go. It's going to be like this. And I'm going to have to put something on the bottom because I didn't make these long enough. I thought they would. I don't know why I decided to put the crook in there like that. I just thought that it was kind of cool. So, yeah, we'll just keep moving forward. I'm going to space these out, I think 30 inches overall. That way, fit it through a regular standard size door. So let me go ahead and take some more measurements, make a few cuts, and we'll start spacing this thing out. That's the issue, huh? So I did pick up some lags so that I can extend these feet out, if you can see the feet on the bottom, so that we don't have this. And then we're also going to put a piece of plywood on the bottom so I can put wheels on this thing. So give me a second to get a little bit more organized here, and we'll move forward from there. Looks good. Yeah, that looks real good. yeah. All right, so here's the little amp rack setup that I decided to make for my basement. It's going to allow me to store some stuff underneath. And then here on the backside, I'll be able to take that the charging station that I had made before. I'll be able to sit that on the backside here, and I should be able to operate that from the front side. Like I said, storage on the front. There's going to be some equipment on here that's going to live permanently. I have a head unit that I just picked up for the hell of it for like test bench stuff. So I'm going to put that on here. Obviously, before I do that, I want to check to see how good, where the clipping and everything is on that. So that'll be one thing for that. And then I'll be able to just kind of put stuff here while I test other things. The main objective obviously is to be able to test whatever I want, whenever I want, but also to just kind of set some stuff here for when I'm testing other things, like testing like some of the speakers, ABX and some of the speakers and stuff that I got. I kind of have a thing. or I guess you could kind of say I have like an obsession with buying separate components, speakers, whether they're mid basses, mid rangers, or tweeters, and I like to test them. Now, you have guys like Rawcat, who he's more of the analytical, I guess, with within Rue, so on and so forth. Now, I will shoot some measurements with Rue, so on and so forth, but for me, primarily, I like to hear what they sound like, because you can EQ you can EQ most speakers, tweeters and mid-rangers, to be flat, right? Nowadays, with modern day DSPs, EQs, whatever, you can make them flat, right? There's a sound signature. Every tweeter is going to sound different. And I know some people are thinking, well, of course, if you have a silk dome and a titanium, it's going to sound different. Yes, but even the silk domes, within the silk domes themselves, they are going to sound different. Within the titaniums, they will sound different. So that's why I want to be able to set my stuff up, and then this would be off to the side. But then I'll be able to listen to what I want to. I'll be able to set them flat, listen to them flat, see how they sound. And then I can shoot the measurements if I want to, some RTA, flatten them out, and then take a listen again. So anyway, I think that's about it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll, yeah, that's about it for now. And then when we come back on the next one, I should be starting to wire this stuff up and finish a couple little odds and ends on the little power supply setup, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, until next time, y'all, peace.